Welcome back to our VP series here in ITR Economics Studio A. My name is Kimberly Clark, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, and this is my colleague Jackie Greene, Vice President of Economics. We're here today to talk about ITR's core values and how they're fundamentally critical to the future of this company as we continue to grow our team, as we continue to help our clients, just how they fuel the culture that is ITR and support what it is that our clients have come to expect and trust from us as a commitment to experience with us every time that they engage and work with us.
So Kim, why is it important that we have these core values?
The core values really drive our daily decisions, right? Our every decision-making process, from each phone call with a client to each interaction with one another. But even more so than that, I think underlying all of that is that they are the core values of Brian and Alan, who have built this company, who have built this brand, and they have built this company around this strong structure that we just coined as core values. But when every person that works here exhibits those same characteristics, it's almost as if Brian and Alan have formed an army of themselves to be carried into the future.
You're not going to like this, but I'm going to disagree with you.
Really?
Really? Were you there when we crafted our core values?
I was.
Was I there?
Yes.
Were we sitting quietly in the room?
No.
Did we ever sit quietly in the room?
No.
So, was it really just Brian and Alan, or was it the entire exec team of ITR Economics? I mean, we all had a voice in crafting this. This wasn't just Brian and Alan's brainchild. This was all of us expressing what is the heart and soul of ITR Economics, and not just even the exec team, but all the people that work here.
I can see that. That is true. So when they were formed, it was a brainstorming session among all of us, right? In that meeting. I think you worded it just now more eloquently than I when I was trying to.
Check one.
Job application coming your way. In that we were able to come together as a group to identify what are those core values of ITR and put that pen to paper at that point in time, which was a crucial step to creating that foundation that will carry us forward into the future.
And I think that's important too, because not just for you and me, but for everyone here and all our clients, is those core values aren't about to change just because Brian and Alan aren't in the limelight. I mean, everyone here breathes those core values. We all make our decisions throughout the day about revolving around our core values. To me, that's really critical that everyone here is truly feeling them and living them, because it's an ongoing entity. It's not just a Brian and Alan brainchild.
Agreed. I mean, to the point where we even incorporated it into our interviewing process.
Oh, yes.
I don't know your tactic when you're interviewing. Mine is that I tell the candidate, we take our core values very seriously. We have to ensure that not only with your skills and your experience you're a good fit, but also culturally you're a good fit for the business. So I'm going to go through each core value, and I would like to discuss an example where you have exhibited that core value in your daily life or in your previous places of employment. And then we go through the list and they tell me stories. And from the story, everyone has an example that they give, but from the stories, you can tell if they truly understand what we all understand here, the meaning behind the word choice. So, what tactic do you take when you're interviewing?
Well, first off, I'm writing notes about how I need to prepare when I'm interviewing for you. So I got that covered now.
Good.
Research done. We do very similar with the econ team, though, is we show our core values. We give the people a chance to read them all, and then we talk about them. And we say, what ones do you have more questions about? Can you tell us about how you live them, but also what doesn't make sense to you? Because there are some that I like to highlight because on the surface, they say one thing, but we really mean them in multiple layers.
Yep.
Like one of them is family first. And a lot of people can quickly read that and think we mean, it really only applies to people who have kids or something along that line. But it's not. We're family first, health first, because it doesn't matter if it's your children or your parents or even who you consider your family based on your network. You know what I mean? It's not just a biological family. And we really take that very seriously. we're never going, oh my goodness, where are they? They had a doctor's appointment. They should be back here by now. It's no, take care of you. Because when you're in a good place, you're a whole and you're able to really be there for your team in a better position too. So we support each other, and then each individual supports the team in turn. And I love seeing it because then everyone's in a good, healthy place.
Agreed. Well, and it is true that they are several layers deep.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And how they all are interconnected. I was just thinking as you were saying that, and that if you're not health first, family first, and you don't have that sense of being whole, then how could you be committed to excellence, right? Because you're not capable of putting that best foot forward because you're still struggling in a different area.
Mm-hmm.
So it is neat how they are all interconnected and they create this solid platform for which we can move into the future.
You know, we study the past because it's important. There's a lot of things that have happened throughout history that have then ties into the future. We were talking another day about inflation and how that's going to be more and more present during the 2020s here leading up to the Great Depression scenario. But this is not the first decade where inflation's been an issue. So we look to previous cycles and how that works. So we're incorporating our own education into things all the time because, well, as experienced a team as we are, we have not all lived through the Great Depression of 100 years ago, so we have to teach the team somehow. So we build our own training platforms. We have a great training department in here with a learning platform and all these courses that are available to everyone. But we also incorporate a lot of training from outside of ITR. It's one of the frequent large items in both our budgets. I love it though because I'm always talking with our team about how I learn something new every day. And I love that because if I don't learn something new every day, I feel like I'm stalling. But sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I love education. It's really important. One thing I've heard since then though, and I thought it was a great way to think about it, and I've really thought a lot about it too, is how did you fail this week? Because
the opposite side.
Well, and it's okay to fail as long as you fail forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I love about ITR too. We put so much into education about learning and growing, and not always a traditional form of education, but we are open to failing because we learn from it. As long as you can learn from it and improve from it, it's not really a fail.
No.
It's still a win.
It's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
That you can incorporate and use and bring with you into future decisions as well.
So one of the things we started doing with our team when they come on and they're new to the company is we started getting all the more experienced people in the room and say, what is something you wish you'd been told or taught your first week or first month while here at ITR? Can you think of what you would tell people you wish you'd learned during that first time period?
For me specifically?
Yeah.
I was unsure of the expectations for my role. If you think about it, when we were hired, there was no standard training program. Set my stuff down, went to find my boss, found him, asked him what I should do. He said, log into the computer, basically figure out how to use it. And so I taught myself.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just a completely different environment that we provide the team. But maybe it's because of that. Right? We didn't have that standardized training program, which is another investment that this company has made over the years. In our last episode, we talked a lot about tech. This just made me think of Jesslyn in the corporate learning administrator role. When we first started that, again, fully transparent, I had my doubts as to the need of that type of role. What she does here is crucial to our success. I couldn't imagine not having that role here at ITR. And again, it goes back to that one of the core values, dedicated to learning and growing, both as an individual and as a company. That also makes me think of one of our other core values is making a difference in our community and in the world around us. Oftentimes our clients will hear us talk about our other core values of transparency and committed to excellence and all of those. But we do a lot in terms of charitable contributions, in regards to fundraising activities, even just labor, or going to the New Hampshire Food Bank and using our hands and shovels to get the grounds ready. It is a focus. It has been a focus and is still a focus of this company, of this team. to make a positive impact on the community around us. I think back to the book, But I Want It, and how those proceeds were going to charitable donations and such. So it's not just in our services where we try to make this positive impact in the world around us, but we also bring it into a much more personal sensation. Again, it's just, I think, another wonderful example of the type of people that we have working here, and how much everyone just truly does care about their neighbor and their friends and their family and wanting to make a difference in the world.
I agree. I would add to that that our team, they all work so hard. But they love to play. They love to play hard too. Work hard, play hard, right?
Yeah.
And for them, it's so rewarding. It fills their cup. It fills all of our cups. We work hard, so we get to play, and so we get to enjoy doing those things because it's a very rewarding part of what we do. What's been one of your favorite ones we've done since we've been here? There's no wrong answer.
I know, but you asked for my favorite. It had to have been my favorite.
I'm not gonna know.
But I will.
Okay.
Roca Kids.
That was the teddy bear one, right?
Yes.
That's funny. That was mine too.
Copycat. Are you making it up or are you serious?
No, I'm
'Cause now I
serious.
don't know.
No, I'm serious. I love that one because it was for. We bought all these teddy bears and we bought them to give to Roca Kids, but for every one we bought, another one also went to a children's hospital. So it was a 2-for-1.
Yep.
And I'm a sucker for any children's charity that helps kids.
Agreed. And recently we also did the veterans, that one, and so that's where I was torn.
Those are good ones.
Mm-hmm. They all are.
They all are. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Big hearts around here.
And I think that is just yet another great example of how it bodes well for ITR's future. How all of these core values are driving our decisions today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what our clients have come to expect every time they interact, to your point.
Yeah, everyone here lives and breathes those core values or else they wouldn't be part of the ITR team.
Exactly. I think back to even how we have a proven process, right? We have a guarantee of what you can expect every time you work with ITR. We worked plenty of other places before ITR. I've never been in a company with this type of a culture and this strong of a culture. And I've had what I would consider some very close-knit teams at other places. Or I even think I had worked at a camp for a while, and even that staff didn't have this same passionate focus driven by this strong of a value system that we have here at ITR.
So true, and I am grateful for that. I tell people that all the time, that I can't think of a day where I've dreaded coming to work. And I know that's common for a lot of people, especially on a Monday. But man, I never have that feeling, and I'm very grateful for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have here today. Thank you for joining us in this VP series. Jackie and I are looking forward to the next episode, where we have a special surprise for everyone who will be joining us and tuning in for that next great show. We'll see you soon.